Hey, let's put this in the simplest of all terms. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is the biggest celebrity on the face of the planet today. Now, whether he's a blue chipper, the people's champion, or as
and here comes the #1 contender, at least for tonight, Rocky Maivia.
The following contest, scheduled for one fall, is for the WWE.
Undoubtedly, the top. The Intercontinental title hangs in the balance tonight in a match between our refined champion Hunter Hearst Helmsley and the young challenger Rocky Maivia.
Rocky Maivia has a lot to prove here. The third-generation up-and-comer would love nothing more than to grab his first championship tonight and send him
perched up top. Oh, with authority. Cobra clutch.
The Cobra clutch is in. This isn't even about in trouble here.
A couple of elbows to the jaw, and that'll break things up. A face buster knee smash.
That looks painful.
And watching from home is Rocky Johnson, the father of Rocky Maivia, former WWE Tag Team Champion.
I must admit, I do see a bright future for Maivia. Those that have been privileged enough to see Rocky Johnson in action will appreciate Rocky Maivia because he's a chip off the old block.
Notwithstanding as well the genes of his grandfather, the incomparable Peter Maivia. Chief Maivia.
Oh boy, on the top.
Double axe handle connects.
Bang! He finds it.
Down the line with the schoolboy, shoulders are down.
An early kick out for the challenger.
Staying in this one.
Down to opponent, and a double axe handle smash.
Inconspicuous by his absence. The Intercontinental title hangs in the balance tonight in a match between our refined champion Hunter Hearst Helmsley and the young challenger Rocky Maivia.
Rocky Maivia has a lot to prove here. The third-generation up-and-comer would love nothing more than to grab his first championship tonight.
Flying!
What? From up.
Cobra clutch cinched in. The Cobra clutch is in.
And would you look at that? He just let go of the submission.
Maybe he did the damage he meant to do and has something else in mind now.
And Rocky is delivering solid damage, but needs to remember to get Helmsley in the ring. The title can't be won outside of the squared circle. Oof. And we know Rocky doesn't have the same experience as Helmsley, and that could be a developing story as this match progresses.
And this is where an experienced wrestler like Helmsley can take a young wrestler and pick him apart, take advantage, capitalize, and win. If Rocky Maivia is going to take down the more polished and experienced Hunter Hearst Helmsley, he's going to have to do it with unrelenting energy. Rocky has to keep coming at the champion with big attacks until Helmsley collapses under the onslaught.
It's a bold strategy that will take everything the young Maivia's got, but you're right. It could be his best path to his first championship. The Intercontinental title hangs in the balance tonight in a match between our refined champion Hunter Hearst Helmsley and the young challenger Rocky Maivia.
Rocky Maivia.
Oh, look out! All the way to the outside. Adrenaline can make you do crazy things. Exhibit.
And look at this now. Yes, applying the submission hold.
Cinching up their opponent into a coquina club.
Trying to get out of the submission, and does. Rocky beats him to the punch. And Byron, Rocky has tremendous exuberance, tremendous youth. He's going to be a star for a long time.
I think Rocky Maivia shows more promise than any other wrestlers I've seen come into WWE. You talk about second-generation wrestlers, but with Rocky, you're talking about 3 generations. This guy is going to be phenomenal. Running power slam!
Rocky is delivering solid damage, but needs to remember to get Helmsley in the ring. The title can't be won outside of the squared circle.
Sent straight to the post. Just vicious.
Man.
And even before the bell rang tonight, I think Hunter Hearst Helmsley has been trying to frustrate Rocky. He's tried to say, hey, young fella, we're going to do things at my pace, not yours.
Rocky, the 6'5", around 270 pounds.
Take off. Down with force.
Maivia took to the sky and executed that high risk perfectly. I don't think Helmsley had that scouted at all.
DDT. And right into the pin.
Uh-oh. An almost instantaneous kick out there. A lot of work left to do.
Power slam.
Oh, ouch.
Dropping the elbow. Deeper into this match now, and I think it's Helmsley who's reaching peak frustration.
Can't quite put Rocky Maivia away. A testament to the never...
Hunter whipped into the corner. Nobody home. Rocky hit hard. And now Hunter looks to take over this match.
Helmsley muscling Maivia up to the top turnbuckle and a big right hand.
Helmsley with something big in mind here for his challenger tonight.
Well, this is just blatant disrespect from the arrogant champion.
Almost daring Rocky. Hey, you really want my title? You really think you're going to be Intercontinental Champion?
Up to the top. Hooking Rocky into a superplex. This could be it. Can Hunter capitalize? This could be it. Hook of the leg and a cover. And Rocky stays in it, getting his shoulder up.
Still not enough to put out the flame of Rocky Maivia.
Hunter has to be asking himself, what else do I have in my arsenal? And I think we may get our answer, gentlemen.
Yeah, it's just a matter of time, I believe, before this one's over. Hunter hooking Rocky, taking his time, looking to put him away.
Maivia just collapsed.
This just shows you how much damage Hunter Hearst Helmsley has inflicted on the challenger in this matchup.
I think Maivia's done. Official might want to step in, call this one.
The official checking on Rocky. Hunter Hearst Helmsley believes this is close to being over. Lifting him back up again. Rocky rolls through. Shoulders down. Rocky wins the title.
Rocky Maivia has shocked Hunter Hearst Helmsley.
Here is your winner and the new Intercontinental Champion, Rocky Maivia.
We have a new Intercontinental Champion.
In a family of elite combat athletes and top-tier performers, the final boss has always stood out, even when he was just a blue chipper. But there wouldn't be a final boss. There wouldn't even be a bloodline if it wasn't for The Rock's grandfather, the High Chief Peter Maivia. You can think of him as the first boss. Predecessor to the tribal chief.
He is one of, if not the foundation for our family. The Anoa'i Fatu Maivia wrestling dynasty. I don't think there's anybody more responsible for what's going on now than the High Chief himself.
Peter Maivia isn't simply one of the two principals behind the sacred blood bond. He's also an incredibly decorated professional wrestler who traveled the world and won titles everywhere he went. New Zealand, Japan, Europe, and here in the United States, where he enjoyed especially successful runs in Hawaii and California. Maivia would eventually find his way to WWE, engaging in legendary battles with the likes of superstar Billy Graham. His larger-than-life personality would win the WWE Universe over in short order, as it had throughout his entire career. In the ring, High Chief Peter Maivia was a potent blend of brawn and grappling technique, often muscling his opponents down to the mat through a variety of joint locks and then switching to more painful holds once grounded. His sleeper hold and stump puller were both feared and renowned, and make no mistake about it, Maivia knew there was always more than one path to the ultimate victory. Out of the ring, High Chief Peter Maivia also ran one of the most successful wrestling promotions on the planet, Polynesian Pro Wrestling, based out of Hawaii, showing his mastery of the business in every aspect. His induction into WWE's Hall of Fame class of 2008 was supremely deserved, forever enshrining Peter Maivia as the legend he always was. And now, we present to you the opportunity to walk in the boots of the legendary High Chief Peter Maivia, facing off against one of the most legendary WWE rivals, George the Animal Steele. You will settle this score once and forever, and showcase the overwhelming strength of Peter Maivia, which has ever since remained as a hallmark for every single solitary member of this bloodline. Steele is no easy battle, though. He thrives in the chaos, one of pro wrestling's true madmen. He'll even try to eat part of the ring if he thinks it'll help him break you down. So do your best and honor High Chief Peter Maivia properly with a resounding victory.
Uh-oh, somebody called the local zoo.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is a stake.
Steel cage match underway. Peter Maivia versus George the Animal Steele. Most of the matches between Peter Maivia and George Steele have ended inconclusively, but this time we'll have a winner.
These are two very different men, Cole. The High Chief is a man of great pride and respect for the ring, while Steele is, well, he's an animal. I can't think of two opponents with more opposing styles.
You said it, Corey. Let's just hope this one gets taken care of in the ring tonight. He's got him in trouble up on the top for a drive.
Like they say, what goes up must come down, and that was a long way down.
The Animal has to be elated to be in this steel cage. Against one of his biggest rivals, no less.
Yeah, Byron, we've seen the Animal brandish a weapon against Peter Maivia before when it was against the rules. The High Chief better be prepared for Steele to get even crazier.
Oh, Maivia is prepared, all right. The man is extremely tough and agile. In fact, the High Chief's entire body can be considered a weapon.
What kind of person does something like that to another human being? With the cover, he's going for it. And he gets the shoulder up.
Definitely looks in a hurry to finish things.
Peter Maivia turns that around.
He wastes no time dodging the attack.
George the Animal Steele might be a bit of an underdog here. In fact, he lost the match by countout to the High Chief.
In Steele's defense, I'm not sure he knows how to count exactly, or how to read a rule book. So he's got to be happy to be in this cage.
Well, Maivia is called the High Chief in part because of his commanding presence in the ring. He's more than ready for what the Animal will throw at him, even inside a cage. No, nothing fancy here.
Tasting victory.
Counters. That's an unusual decision.
Maybe looking to deal some more damage first.
The WWE Universe is pouring more fuel on his fire right now.
Mistake made by Steel. Some folks call Peter Maivia the Flying Hawaiian, and the reasons are obvious for that moniker. But guys, how has he earned the other nickname of the High Chief?
Well, Cole, Peter Maivia is very close to the Anoa'i family. In fact, Peter's considered a blood brother to the patriarch of that clan.
When you add on the fact that Maivia was born and raised in Samoa, you can see the great pride he has for that land and its people in the tribal ink that covers his body.
Caught with a clothesline.
Biting the hand? Good grief! That's a bit absurd. Getting set up in the corner now.
Turns it around. Gentlemen,
You know what they say, gentlemen?
what do they say, Corey?
What goes up must come crashing down.
Superplex! Look at Maivia going to work on the animal.
The High Chief has all the answers right now.
Oh, right into a counter.
Maivia just dominated the animal with that one.
Uh-oh. Headbutt.
Down to opponent and a double axe handle smash. Dropped him with a big shoulder tackle.
When a man like Peter Maivia signs up for a match with the animal, he doesn't know what to expect, just to expect anything in the world.
Peter Maivia knows full well that he's in for some unusual treatment tonight. In fact, Steel often has trouble finding opponents due to his erratic nature.
But when it comes to competition, the High Chief wants to prove he's worthy of that name. Peter Maivia will take on any competitor, no matter the difficulty.
Here's the pin attempt. He wasted no time kicking out there.
I can't believe the ref didn't even get to one.
Into the pin. Could be over for Maivia. And a quick kick out.
How on earth could he not keep him down?
And look at this now. Bad intentions coming with his hook.
Able to punch his way out.
George Animal Steel is not a wrestler by any stretch of the imagination, guys. He's a true brawler.
And he might be the best brawler in WWE, Michael. There is no shortage of fight in the animal.
But you know who might be a better brawler, guys? The High Chief, Peter Maivia. When you consider that Maivia is also an excellent high flyer and a great technician.
Maivia looking at it all here. He just might regret this decision.
Oh no, getting in position. What's he planning to do here?
A stump puller.
And Ryan in pain, trying to...
And he's tapping. He had to tap. He had no choice.
Here is your winner!
She's not like most girls. She's also not like most WWE superstars. Nia Jax, the reigning queen of the ring, is a reckoning, a force of nature that blitzes right through her competition. A cousin of The Rock, Nia Jax arrived in NXT almost 10 years ago with astronomical expectations. Undaunted, Nia Jax would dominate early opponents, finding herself competing for the NXT Women's Championship mere months after her debut. It did not take long for those running Raw and SmackDown to take notice.
Well, our next pick, Nia Jax.
And Nia Jax would join the Raw roster as part of the 2016 Draft Lottery. And since joining the main roster, absolutely no one has been safe from Nia Jax. She is a two-time women's champion. She is a two-time women's tag team champion. She competed in the men's Royal Rumble match in 2019, even getting an elimination while in the ring.
Nia Jax looking to eliminate. She does.
She's battled standouts like Charlotte, Bayley, and Becky Lynch. And all the while, she has left undeniable destruction in her wake. In the ring, she applies many of the same tactics that once benefited Yokozuna, even using her own version of the Banzai Drop, known as the Annihilator. And just like its namesake, if it connects, your night is over. And Nia Jax remains driven for even more success, jumping at any opportunity to prove her dominance. This last year, that included entering into the 2024 Queen of the Ring tournament after earning victories over Naomi, Jade Cargill, and Bianca Belair. Nia Jax would fight her way into the finals, taking on former NXT Women's Champion Lyra Valkyria. Valkyria built a lot of momentum, defeating Dakota Kai, Zoe Stark, and Io Sky to punch her ticket into the final at the Queen and King of the Ring. With an obvious game plan, Lyra would look to stick and move, avoiding the colossal attacks of her opponent. Unfortunately, as often happens when competing against Nia Jax, Lyra made one miscalculation, and that error in judgment provided Nia Jax with the opening she needed to annihilate her competition. This is your opportunity to crown the first queen in Bloodline history. Make Lyra suffer. Make her regret ever entering your ring. Showcase the otherworldly power that forces an entire roster to cower in your presence. Because when you're an irresistible force like Nia Jax, resistance is futile.
And it's all come down to this, the final. And Nia now misses wildly. Lyra goes up over the top. Nia's got a caught, though.
Lyra trying to rely on her technique to bring down the irresistible force, but having no luck at the moment.
I'm not sure this is going to work either.
Jax just entirely too strong, but whoa!
That was interesting.
Oh, nice athleticism by Valkyria. Even Jax might be a little impressed.
I wouldn't go that far, Saxton. Here comes Nia, just imposing her will on Lyra Valkyria.
Again, Lyra showing how resourceful she is, applying the sleeper to Nia Jax. Lyra tried to hold on.
And now Nia Jax in control, and she's going to look to put Lyra away. Nobody home! Set outside the ring, and Valkyria's got a chance.
Huge window of opportunity. Right now for Lyra Valkyria to strike. Lyra may actually pull this off. Lyra may become queen. Lyra has the advantage. She has Nia reeling.
But Lyra can't win Queen of the Ring with Jax on the outside. This match has to end in the ring.
Nia Jax, Lyra Valkyria facing off in the finals of the 2024 Queen of the Ring tournament. Who will take home the crown?
Back and forth, counter after counter.
Lyra says she feels alive every time she flies, and that's what Nia has to avoid tonight, keeping Lyra grounded.
The woman thinks she's a bird, Cole. What do you expect?
It's symbolism, Graves.
She goes under the ropes, back inside.
Jax absolutely not backing down.
She's back in the ring. Being placed in the corner here. Ah, there's a headbutt. Corey, what do you think is going to be the key in this match for Nia Jax? She's certainly made plenty of promises when it comes to being Queen of the Ring.
What Nia brings to the dance. Lance Cole is raw power, the likes of which you rarely see from most men, let alone women. Nia has absolutely no problem using that power, and the same goes for her throwing her weight around in the ring. Lyra Valkyria might just learn that the hard way tonight. Stuck in the tree of woe and just having their face stomped.
Confidence is always a key for Nia Jax. She comes into every match thinking she has it won.
But when you have this business in your blood like Nia does, that confidence is genetic.
But ever since the Irresistible Force returned to WWE 8 months ago, her confidence has been on another level.
And she's gaining even more confidence as this match progresses. Jax may just be unstoppable now.
Nia looking to end this thing. It's a Samoan drop.
Nia is lighting up her opponent.
Yeah, Nia is just buzzing right through Lyra.
Valkyria crushed in the corner by Jax.
Squashing Lyra in the corner, and the beginning of the end may be near. And Nia now, with Lyra on her back, going to climb up to the second rope.
This is a scary situation for Lyra. Oh, look at this. Maybe not.
No way. There's no way.
Oh, my.
Oh, no. Good night. Annihilator.
Here is your winner and the new Queen of the Ring, Nia Jax.
What a victory to the brand new Queen of the Ring.
Nia said she would do it, and she backed up her claims.
And now the Chief Content Officer of WWE and Triple H going to come in to congratulate Nia Jax, officially crown her the Queen of the Ring.
Absolute dominance by the new Queen.
I'm sure you will agree with your wise man. Many WWE superstars say they will do whatever it takes in order to achieve success. Quite often, it's a bunch of BS. But if you're lucky, you may run into someone who is willing to look out for the group. Someone willing to make sacrifices. And for this family, there was no one better than Rikishi. After the Head Shrinkers run in WWE came to an end, Rikishi, then known as Fatu, would go on a journey of self-discovery. This journey would lead to him taking on the name Rikishi, a subtle nod to his cousin Yokozuna, as well as an opportunity to start fresh with a global audience.
Well, my dad, when he became the Rikishi character, when you think about Samoan wrestlers, right, or mean, or aggressive, he made it like his own flavor, right? He had the blonde hair, still carried the aggressiveness, but I think he just wanted to add like a little flavor to it. But it became even more popular to our culture.
Rikishi blitzed WWE from the jump, devastating opponents with new tricks and winning people over with his fat-ass dance moves.
That Rikishi is fat, all right. P-H-A-T.
And with this wave of newfound momentum came even more success, with Rikishi capturing the WWE Intercontinental Championship and displaying incredible athleticism in iconic moments like when he dove off the top of the steel cage. The year 2000 belonged to Rikishi. But little did anyone know, Rikishi held a dark secret regarding a decision he'd made not for his own benefit, but for the benefit of the family. It was at the 1999 Survivor Series that Stone Cold Steve Austin was hit by a car in the arena parking lot, forcing him from the main event later that night for the WWE Championship. For nearly a year, all of WWE was consumed with figuring out who was driving that damn car and why Austin was targeted in the first place. The verdict came in. The car was driven by Rikishi. Rikishi would stand strong.
Stone Cold Steve Austin. I didn't do it for me. I did it for The Rock.
What?
Rikishi would lay out a years-long gripe that WWE preferred Steve Austin to The Rock, and so Rikishi had made sure that The Rock's only competition had been removed from the picture. Rikishi sacrificed his own popularity to reach this goal. The Rock thrived while Austin was on the shelf. For Rikishi, the struggle and fall was all worth it. Rikishi knew that he would eventually have to face off with the Texas Rattlesnake to answer for his sins, and he welcomed that meeting with open arms. What Rikishi was unprepared for was for WWE to stack the deck entirely, looking to make Rikishi pay for taking out their golden goose. Stone Cold Steve Austin was allowed to drive his truck directly to the ring and was generally given the freedom to do whatever the hell he wanted in the name of revenge. We are going to make things right. This time, when Rikishi and Stone Cold Steve Austin lock horns, there will be no stacking of the deck. Someone willing to give of himself so that his family, this family, can succeed, deserves better. So get in there and showcase the never say die spirit that has led this family to victory time and time and time and time and time and time again. Use whatever weapon you can get your hands on and prove to Stone Cold Steve Austin that you will do anything for the people.
Is it legal to not show up? Rikishi has brutalized Austin lately. We now know the sick, demented side of Rikishi. Rikishi almost cost Austin his life. Instead, he's here tonight to finish the job.
Listen, Rikishi has seen members of his family be skipped over while other superstars skyrocketed to unimaginable heights. Rikishi feels it's
on the apron.
He's heading back to the ring.
He's looking for something. This could get dangerous.
Grabbing a bat, and here I am without any peanuts.
Look in his eyes. He has the bat on his side, and I don't think there's any reasoning with him now.
He's just taunting his victim now.
Taking this fight back into the ring. Oh, he had that scouted. And looking at my monitor, it just makes me sick to my stomach watching Rikishi. This is a man who has no remorse and feels justified for running Austin down like a dog.
Look, to be devil's advocate, you've got to look at Rikishi's perspective. He's proud of this Samoan lineage and saw an opportunity to give his people a leg up in the Shark Tank that is WWE.
Oh, are you serious, Corey? Rikishi ran over another human being. We're fortunate that it only put Austin on the shelf for 10 months instead of his whole life. It's sick that you would even condone what Rikishi did.
Don't twist my words, Saxton. I'm not saying I condone Rikishi's actions. I'm just saying I understand them.
Mercilessly attacking over and over with no remorse. This kind of brutality is sickening.
This conflict is beyond disturbing. Corey, what's going through Rikishi's mind when it comes to defeating Stone Cold?
Rikishi has to be prepared to endure an emotional storm like he's never felt before. The big man must recover from that and use his weight to immobilize the Rattlesnake, because we know Austin will not stay down.
Oh, and he slammed his face right into the barricade. We've talked so much about motives leading into this match. In my view, Rikishis are delusional. His family have been given equal opportunities, and they all took full advantage of them.
Yeah, my blood boils at the propaganda Rikishi's been selling. But I'll tell you about the most legitimate motive in this story, and that is payback for Stone Cold. Austin nearly had his life taken from him, and there was no greater reason to stomp the tar out of somebody than that.
Nice counter by Austin. Sliding back into the ring.
Strong right forearm.
Manages to reverse it. And though The Rock wants nothing to do with this altercation, we have to mention the sadness Rikishi is. Watch out!
Whoa, look out! You got to be a certain kind of crazy to even think about attempting that kind of offense. But I can't say it didn't pay off.
Great timing on that knee to the gut.
And here he is, heading back into the ring.
Stone Cold Steve Austin getting the crowd riled up right now.
Exiting the ring, taking the action outside. And Byron, I just cannot see any legitimate reason to run over Stone Cold like Rikishi did last Survivor Series.
I mean, Austin does ruffle the feathers of a lot of people, Michael, but I don't think any of his rivals would go to the disgusting lengths that Rikishi has gone to.
Stone Cold in some serious trouble.
Rikishi with an onslaught here against Austin. Dare I say, Stone Cold could be in trouble.
Rikishi back.
DDT!
Fighting up on the entrance stage. So much aggression on display here. These two showing no regard for their well-being. And Rikishi enjoying how he's worn down the rattlesnake throughout this match.
And I bet The Rock is smiling about it too.
Stop that nonsense, Corey. No place for duking it out.
Unless you're looking to do real damage, then it's the perfect place.
I don't know what they're looking for here.
He went for the shovel, and this might just turn from a match to a burial. Dropped him with a big shoulder tackle.
Moving into the ring.
Austin getting in his opponent's face. I don't think the censors would like the venom that's coming out of the... That puts an end to that, thank goodness. Austin and Rikishi trading heavy artillery on the outside, and here comes the rattlesnake.
Stone Cold Steve Austin fired up and revenge on his mind.
You got to think about how bad Austin has wanted this ever since Survivor Series last year. Been dying to get his hands on Rikishi.
All of that venom, all of the vitriol inside of Austin being unleashed on Rikishi right now.
Remember, this is no holds barred. Anything goes.
Austin has Rikishi down. The rattlesnake is red hot. And do you hear this capacity crowd? They want more from Stone Cold. All that he wants to see Rikishi get beaten down like a pile of human filth.
Ruthless press by Austin, and now he's just dropping bombs. There's been a lot of vitriol coming from fans towards Rikishi these past few weeks, and this Albany crowd is continuing that pattern of disdain.
Do you think Rikishi cares about the fans, though? No, not at all. He truly believes he's done something for his family, for his people. His family's respect is the only respect he's desperate for. And he's pulled the ring apron up, looking under there for something.
Oh, boy, come on, not the chair. Nice job dodging contact there.
Discarded out of the ring. From the top.
Good Lord, taking flight.
The air time, the fearlessness. What a ridiculous maneuver to the outside.
Oh, man, meeting the barricade. Scary mindset for the Rattlesnake. Austin has scattered pictures of Rikishi all over his home. Said that every time he looks at Rikishi, he's looking at a dead man.
Yeah, Rikishi taking that as an empty threat, thinking that Austin isn't the man he claims to be. But trust me, when Stone Cold says he has you in his crosshairs, that's no empty threat.
Okay, he should really focus on the match now. We get the point.
He'll take things into the ring.
Sent out of the ring the hard way. And this one's taken to the outside. And Rikishi lately has been calling himself a visionary, a pioneer. All a bunch of garbage, if you ask me.
Well, those aren't self-imposed labels, Cole. Those labels are coming from the family, coming from a group of wrestling legends who are proud of Rikishi for standing up and making a change in this business.
I have a few labels for Rikishi. Coward, liar, embarrassment. Those fit him well. Stone Cold letting his feelings towards his opponent be well known. And we know how despicable Rikishi has been, but to throw vinegar on the Rattlesnake's nest, Rikishi goes and destroys Austin's truck with a sledgehammer.
Well, hell hath no fury like a man who has his car tampered with. It's just extra motivation for every fist Austin lands in this fight.
And he gets delivered back into the ring. And here's Austin looking to end it right now. Shoulder up before the count started.
We're well into the match, and he still seems so fresh. It's almost unbelievable.
And Austin fends him off. Taking things back into the ring.
Austin with stop.
Will Rikishi get back up?
Goes for the pin. The Rattlesnake bites again. Austin gets his payback.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this bout, Stone Cold Steve Austin.
We now know the sick, demented side of Rikishi. Rikishi almost cost Austin his life. Instead, he's here tonight to finish the job.
Listen, Rikishi has seen members of his family be skipped over while other superstars skyrocketed to unimaginable heights. Rikishi feels it's The Rock's time, not Austin's.
It's been a month of stunning revelations, all leading to the in-ring return of Stone Cold. We've talked so much about motives leading into this match. In my view, Rikishis are delusional. His family have been given equal opportunities, and they all took full advantage of that.
Yeah, my blood boils at the propaganda Rikishi Rikishi's been selling. But I'll tell you about the most legitimate motive in this story, and that is payback for Stone Cold. Austin nearly had his life taken from him, and there was no greater reason to stomp the tar out of somebody than that. And he now slides back into the ring. Oh, sent straight into the corner hard.
And now Austin ragdolled to the outside.
Austin had that one scouted.
You know The Rock wants nothing to do with this altercation. We have to mention the sadness Rikishi has brought to him.
Rock might be innocent in this whole ordeal, but I feel that somewhere inside his soul, The Rock is happy with what Rikishi's done. The Rock is proud to have Rikishi and his family.
No, Corey, what kind of lies are you trying to spread? We've heard Rock say Rikishi deserves what Austin is going to bring him. There's no family pride in that statement.
I'm just saying that blood is thicker than water, and it's been an easier ride for Rock without Austin in the picture. And that's thanks to Rikishi.
Sounds more like Rikishi is trying to take credit for all the Rock's success. Corey, Austin has been out of in-ring action for nearly a year. Does any possible ring rust factor into this match?
Well, maybe if this actually was a match, but this isn't about arm drags. It's not about drop kicks. This is a fight, and there is never any rust on Stone Cold when it comes to fighting.
Trying to bait him in, but I wouldn't get close to him now.
And now he's back into the ring.
Oh, this is what you get. He had that coming.
Gets out.
Inside cradle.
Oh, look at this small package. A kick out before the referee can get to one.
He is definitely struggling to keep him down at this point.
Oh, what a smash.
That is just insulting.
Austin is like a man possessed. It's been almost a year since Austin's been in the ring.
Shocked right out of the ring. I don't know what he's got in mind heading to the floor here. He avoids the contact.
Back into the ring here. He's leaving the ring now. No countouts to worry about. And looking at my monitor, it just makes me sick to my stomach watching Rikishi. This is a man who has no remorse. And do you hear this capacity crowd? They want more from Stone Cold. Nobody wants to see Rikishi get beaten down like a pile of human filth. Back into the ring now. Still fighting back. Look at him go. He gets sent straight down to the floor. Headed to the outside.
But for what reason?
The barricade.
Oh. And we know how despicable Rikishi has been. But to throw vinegar on the rattlesnake's nest, Rikishi goes and destroys Austin's truck with a sledgehammer.
Well, hell hath no fury like a man who has his car tampered with. It's just extra motivation for every fist Austin lands in this fight.
He gets back into the ring.
Stone Cold not even a little close to backing down here. This is excellent. Just denigrating his opponent, showing who's the superior competitor.
And this one could be moving to ringside.
What a shot. Scary mindset for the Rattlesnake. Austin has scattered pictures of Rikishi all over his home. Said that every time he looks at Rikishi, he's looking at a dead man.
Yeah, Rikishi taking that as an empty threat, thinking that Austin isn't the man he claims to be. But trust me, when Stone Cold says he has you in his crosshairs, that's no empty threat.
Holy, meet the barricade.
Oh, he slammed his face right into the barricade. slides under the ropes. Back into the ring.
A show of confidence from Rikishi. And Rikishi slows Austin down with a thunderous right.
Austin's in trouble. And now steel chair. Oh, and Austin, he just averted disaster there.
And now Austin gonna deliver the punishment with the steel chair.
A relentless Texas rattlesnake beating the brakes off of Rikishi with a steel chair.
And again, thunderous blows by Austin. Down goes Rikishi. Austin beating the hell out of him.
I know Austin has good reason to be doing all this, but he could be taking it too far at this point.
I don't think the rattlesnake is taking it far enough, Corey. Austin wants to put Rikishi's life in danger, just like Rikishi did to him. Austin stomping at Rikishi's heart. That's if Rikishi even has a damn heart.
Strong form.
Kick gets caught. He's off the leg into a belly to belly.
That was impressive. Rikishi looking to finish the job from 10 months ago. Rikishi hoisting up his opponent. Rikishi driver. Is that enough to take out Austin?
Wasting no time. Into the cover. Shoulder up before 3.
Austin somehow got the shoulder up. Intestinal fortitude on display from Stone.
From the top.
Piercing elbow.
They might have put it away. 2. No, he gets the shoulder up.
Both competitors digging deep into their well to keep this match going.
Rikishi got him right where he wants him.
Oh, and he manages to reverse. He kicks out before the count starts. Rikishi somehow defangs the rattlesnake. Damn it.
His arrival signaled impending doom. His very presence was enough to intimidate even the bravest WWE competitor. His name itself simply meant the end. And if you found yourself standing across the ring from Umaga, you were most certainly coming to the end of your own road. The younger brother of Rikishi, Umaga, was every bit the Samoan bulldozer that his nickname would suggest, mauling opponents with ease, relishing the chaos that he created. A menace to the entire roster, an unrepentant badass, Umaga tortured his prey with high-impact collisions before ultimately sealing their fate with his vaunted Samoan spike, a vicious move used today by Solo Sikoa.
Inside the ring, man, he was just a complete monster. Anybody that stood in front of him, he was going to wreck him no matter what he had to do. He was just a crazy, wild Samoan. Outside of the ring, man, just a loving guy to be around. A fun uncle. Always joking, always barbecuing at his house. I always looked up to him. He was just so cool.
Perhaps an unheralded aspect of Umaga's game was his mastery of mental warfare. Umaga loved to present a wild, out-of-control savage, one who needed manager Armando Alejandro Estrada to handle all the details while he destroyed opponents. Umaga was the perfect definition of the word aura. A two-time Intercontinental Heavyweight Champion, Umaga established himself as one of the purest forms of dominance to ever set foot in a WWE ring. His intense clashes with Batista, the Heartbreak Kid Shawn Michaels, and Triple H, along with WWE Championship battles against John Cena, still live on in the memories of those who were fortunate enough to watch Umaga perform. And Umaga will live in immortality through every member of this family, whether it's with a huge Samoan drop, a running bulldozer into the corner, a Samoan spike, or even a war cry in the middle of battle. Umaga is forever.
I wish he was here. I know he's watching from above.
So you, our beloved Us in training, are asked one simple thing here in the WWE 2K25 showcase: to defeat John Cena. You've done that in this mode before, right? Simple. It was at New Year's Revolution in 2007 that Umaga and John Cena first collided for the WWE title. Umaga appeared to be too much for Cena in the minds of many pundits. Undefeated in WWE some 9 months after his debut, and things were going very well for Umaga. Until they weren't. Umaga would see his undefeated streak end by, of all things, a damn roll-up after rushing directly into the outstretched shoes of John Cena. 1 second of luck allowed John Cena to escape the inevitable, and now it's on you to fix it. Head into that ring. Showcase Umaga's cruel brutality and get Umaga the WWE Heavyweight Championship victory that he should have gotten in the first place. I assure you, my dear friend, Armando Alejandro Estrada will make sure nothing else goes wrong if you take care of business inside the ring.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, here he is. He could be the next WWE champion, the near 400-pound Umaga. A man that since debuting right after WrestleMania 9 months ago has remained undefeated. And Umaga has been in the ring, Byron, with the best of WWE.
This man looks, moves, and sounds like a movie monster. Except Umaga is for real.
He is a Samoan bulldozer, an 18-wheel version with a mean streak. Big, athletic, strong, and probably going to outweigh John Cena by well over 100.
A phenomenal ovation in this arena because the champ is here. John Cena has a gigantic challenge awaiting him in the ring, but Cena doesn't have a reverse gear.
Absolutely not. The champ only goes one way, and that's straight at you.
John Cena, a 3-time WWE champion, the handler of Umaga, Armando Estrada, trying to control this undefeated challenger.
Once the bell rings, these two are going to go at each other full force. you win this title, you are prime.
John Cena and Umaga battling here for the WWE Championship. Will John Cena halt the Samoan Bulldozer's path to destruction?
Cena's going to have to go all out to accomplish that. No one has been able to withstand Umaga thus far. This brutal Samoan has made a mockery of his challengers and is perhaps the ultimate super heavyweight threat.
Now, Cena could be in for the greatest challenge as champion tonight. But if anyone can overcome the terrifying ruthlessness of Umaga, it has to be John Cena.
Driven into the steel steps. And you just see Cena
from the top,
through the air, and connects.
I can't believe what we just saw.
I can't believe that didn't miss. Cena tonight attempting to do something no one else has been able to do. Be it HBK, Triple H, Kane, the list goes on and on.
Nice takedown. Stack them up.
Oh, for the title.
And the champion avoids the 2 count.
He clearly has no intention of staying down.
Clothesline. Good Lord. So effective. Stamina is going to be a key factor in this match tonight. Can Cena weather Umaga's vicious attacks? Can Umaga keep up the offensive pressure as Cena drags this into deep waters?
I think you're right, Cole. This might just come down to who has more gas in the tank.
From the top. Elbow drop. This is what it's going to take. You have to go all out if you want that title. Oh, what impact.
A rare position for Cena in this fight. We can't often say that John's overpowered in a matchup, but this 360-plus pound Samoan Bulldozer is more than a formidable opponent.
Listen, sometimes when there's a fight, you're not always going to be the biggest. You're not always going to be the strongest. And even if that... Let's say why they call him Big Mac John.
The greatest of all time, Johnson. And he stopped short right there. Overwhelming offense now from Umaga.
Umaga trading back and forth blows in. Ooh! Back and forth, neither one giving up any ground.
It looks like we've got ourselves a brawl here.
Both absolutely drained, but both refusing to give up.
Who will break first? That is the question.
What impressive determination from both competitors. Keeping at each other no matter what. Umaga is truly a specimen to marvel at, Corey. His handler, Armando Alejandro Estrada, knows he has a thoroughbred on his hands.
There's a difference between thoroughbreds and Umaga, though, Cole. Thoroughbreds can be tamed. Umaga cannot. Estrada can only serve as a mouthpiece for Umaga. He can only help direct Umaga's blind brutality. I think even Estrada knows no one can control the Samoan Bulldozer.
Cena's getting dominated.
Cena has no...
Nice takedown, stacked for the pin.
Quick shoulder up. I'm just as shocked as everyone else, Cole, his opponent included.
Ooh, goes tumbling to the outside.
He's got a mind to count out rules as he heads ringside.
Kick to the back.
And I could look at Umaga and he reminds me of Yokozuna, whose unmatched thickness and size is an orthodox offense.
Look at Umaga's thighs, his calves. They give him a great power and a great base. It makes him almost impossible to knock off his feet.
He's thick, he's strong, he's nasty, and he won't be slowed down. John Cena is pulling out all the stops, trying to keep Umaga down.
Less and less time remaining on the count.
And just in time, he gets out of there.
Get this back into the ring now. Setting up for something here.
Scoop slam! Will Cena conquer the undefeated Umaga?
And Cena finds himself on the receiving end. And Umaga, of course, coming from... Cena with a shoulder attack!
Unable to turn the table. loses. A championship on the line. We knew this would be a battle.
Umaga and Cena aren't giving up any ground here.
Oh no, the referee catches a misfire.
All focus on putting an end to Umaga here.
Umaga with a reversal.
And he gets direct. And Cena flattened in the corner.
Umaga's just overpowering him. Look at the strength. Into the corner, just setting Cena up.
You have to start to ask yourself, is the end of John Cena near?
I think so. Look
out!
out!
A headbutt. No one has been able to stop Umaga. No one.
You are seeing why Umaga is undefeated. Why no one has been able to stop the Samoan Bulldozer.
Here comes Umaga, and Cena catches him with a boot. John Cena from behind, pulls him up, shoulders down, and a kick out by Umaga.
And Cena immediately back into the clutches of Umaga.
I'm not sure what else Cena can do here. I'm not sure John Cena knows how to stop Umaga.
And Corey, you know there's no force equal to being on the receiving end of a headbutt from Umaga.
It's in Umaga's DNA. Generations have perfected the art of using their own skull as a weapon that could stop an elephant.
Sometimes I look at Umaga and it just scares me. I think he forgets that he's even in a championship match. Estrada is very aware of it, but Umaga sometimes looks oblivious to what's going on, other than the fact that he knows he's supposed to hurt his opponent.
Having no conscience is what has set Umaga
directly into the cover.
The damage is done.
And he kicks out of the pin and one.
Wow. Umaga with a crazed look in his eyes, staring down Cena.
Uh-oh. A reversal. Well scouted. Not a good spot to be in. Have you ever seen a human being tossed like that?
Cena and Umaga are out of control, taking each other to their absolute limits.
This has been as physically intense as we expected.
Crash landing. Ah, jeez.
Umaga's lining up to finish this off.
Winding up. Boom! Samoan spike.
Makes the
challenger comes up big.
Oh, he gets the shoulder up before three.
I can't believe it. We were a second away from a new champion.
Are we close to the start of a new reign?
And I think we all know this is only going to make a monster like Umaga even angrier.
Rocked by the hip attack.
Cover for the championship. New champion, an undefeated champion.
Here is your
Hey, in WWE, things move really fast. If you aren't present in the moment, it can feel like a year goes by in only 2 or 3 minutes. That's why you always have to make time to make sure that you check. Hold on. Did I just hear myself say 3 minutes? Stop. Can you believe I'm actually doing Eric Bischoff's shtick? In the early 2000s, few words sent a shudder through the roster like the words 3 minutes, summoning the fearsome duo of Rosie and Jamal, collectively known as the 3-minute warning. Initially hired by the aforementioned Raw general manager Eric Bischoff to interrupt anything he didn't find to be entertaining.
You're just not entertaining me. 3 minutes are just about up.
The two instantly made their mark in WWE with their complete and total decimation of anyone that was targeted. Their formula was really simple. Two bruisers with surprising quickness who took pleasure in throwing opponents all around the ring with reckless abandon. And the trail of bodies left in their wake remains a testament to their devastation. Rosie, older brother of your tribal chief, Roman Reigns, and Jamal, who would in time develop his skills further and take the name of Umaga, were about instant gratification. They treated matches like a race, seeing how much damage they could fit into the shortest time possible.
The 3-minute warning with my brother and my cousin, it was just one of the coolest gimmicks of all time to me. It was catchy, you know what I mean? Like, you kind of knew what was happening. And I feel like we all remember when the 3-minute warning hit for the first time. You know, the whole Den TV area just lit up.
Every match was a train wreck, as the two would use their size to overwhelm most opponents, coupling that with incredible tag team maneuvers to increase the carnage to its maximum levels. That approach, maximizing damage while minimizing time, was a 3-minute warning signature. The team itself saw its run in WWE last for a little over a year, but in that time managed to make such an impression with the WWE Universe that it still resonates today. They are proof of the impact anyone can make if they capitalize on their opportunities, as 3-minute warning did every single time.
It was a short-lived gimmick, but it was a really cool gimmick, and I just think it shows the versatility of, hey, if you need us to go out there and tell you a Broadway story, I'll cover 2 hours if you like. But if you need us to come out in 3 minutes to make an impact, we can do that too. But you gotta be really good to be thrown in there with the very, very best in the industry. I'm getting all pumped and proud, you know, for my brother and my cousin right now, just thinking about it.
Here in the WWE 2K25 showcase, we have selected another team that embodies the same mindset in Akam and Razor, the AOP. Similar to Jamal and Rosie, these two look to inflict the most pain in the most efficient manner. Like 3-minute warning, AOP happily dispatches when summoned. Like 3-minute warning, AOP features 2 Goliaths who will hurl your body from pillar to post before finally bringing it all to a most painful conclusion. It's up to you in this Extreme Rules contest to beat the AOP to the punch and showcase the Wrecking Crew approach that made 3-minute warning the premier bruiser squad in all of WWE. And don't worry, we will give you more than 3 minutes to make that fact perfectly clear. As a matter of fact, take your time and enjoy dishing out the punishment.
AOP is here, ready to wreak havoc. And they want to prove 3-minute warning has nothing on them.
2 roughneck teams ready to use this Extreme Rules stipulation to the fullest.
The following contest is a tag team Extreme Rules match, and accompanied by Paul Ellering at a combined weight of 620 pounds. Akam and Razor, the authors of pain.
AOP look unintimidated by the task at hand. They are totally prepared for the merciless tandem of 3-minute warning.
You know, there's actually a lot in common between these two teams in terms of tactics and physicality.
And guys, the authors of pain now have 3 minutes.
And at a combined weight of 770 pounds.
We got 3-minute warning with the offers of pain clashing tonight in what should be a harrowing Extreme Rules match. Considering the teams involved here, it comes as no surprise that we have medical teams standing by backstage.
Yeah, these are two of the most merciless and physical teams we've ever seen. Lasting bodily harm isn't just highly probable in this match, it's essentially guaranteed.
Well, I, for one, can't wait to see what these teams do with the rules thrown out the window. They're free to be as creative as they want in their pursuit of absolutely annihilating one another. AOP and 3-minute warning both love to bring the pain to their opponents, but I'm not sure AOP's ready for the pure chaos that is 3-minute warning. That ability to be totally unpredictable could play in 3-minute warning's favor.
Interesting point, Corey. AOP likes to slowly grind their opponents into dust, but 3-minute warning are always looking for a quick, dominant win. And that clearly rocked Razor a bit.
Yeah, Rosie came prepared for this matchup.
Rosie and Jamal tell their victims that they will feel the 3-minute warning. What does that mean, Corey?
Well, it means a lot of superstars will get run over by the pain train, and it's only going to feel like the longest 3 minutes of their lives. When you're as big and strong as Rosie and Jamal, that's how quickly it can be over. Big splash!
No, please, don't come over here.
Why, Saxton? We got the best seats in the house.
Knee drop connects.
And that'll take a bit of the fight out of Akam.
Yeah, Jamal reminding his opponent that he's not someone to take lightly.
He's certainly feeling that attack.
Jamal putting his bad intentions to work.
Counters to gain the advantage.
Shoved out of the ring.
Just look at the size of all these superstars. The ring had to be reinforced before this match. Over 1,300 combined pounds colliding.
These men are so big and so thick, it's a challenge to wrap your arms around them. It's really just best to find weapons and whack away.
Yeah, and there's plenty of weapons to choose from tonight. I can't watch this anymore. Just someone make it stop.
Retaliation from Razor.
Wrench in the arm. Man, what a clothesline. Man, Rosie and Jamal, Akam and Razor representing the biggest, most imposing teams WWE has ever seen. Both teams don't care what the motive is, don't care who the target is. Their goal always remains the same, and that is complete destruction of the opposition.
We call them equal opportunity ass kickers. The first few rows should take a couple steps back because no one's safe when you're in the vicinity of these teams.
Vicious. And now heading back inside the ring.
Akam avoids the attack. He's getting fired up now, really feeding off this crowd.
Things are heading ringside now.
Shin breaker. Watch for the hardcore style of 3-minute warning. Both of these men are from the hood, so to speak. Grew up in the streets, brought up to be tough. Rosie and Jamal have a rough tenacity.
A duo that couldn't care less about headlocks. They're just all about beating the hell out of you. 3-minute warnings, thug-like tactics need to be respected.
Rosie and Jamal only care about one thing, and that's the winner's purse.
With this in mind, take it from me. Nothing good ever comes from rearranging furniture.
Steel stairs to the face.
Watch out. Tossing those steel steps like they're nothing.
Ooh, sharp kick.
Oof. Retaliated with a knee to the face. Up across the shoulder.
Samoan driver. Jamal pins the shoulders down. Saving his team from defeat.
Into the table.
Table launch.
Pump handle locked in.
are just past their final testament.
2. He stays alive. He stays alive.
I do not know how you survive that.
Staying alive there is unheard of.
I've lost count of how many times this match should end by now.
This is a whole...
A cover. Rosie and Jamal survive Extreme Rules.
Here are your winners.
We've come to the part of the showcase where we get to talk about Tamina. Ever since walking in WWE, shoulder to shoulder with the Usos, Tamina's alliance with this dynasty has never been in question.
I remember watching Monday Night Raw, and I seen Tamina debut with my brothers. It was a pretty cool, dynamic, right? Two of my brothers and Tamina.
Together, Tamina and the Usos helped each other navigate through a trial-filled first year in WWE, making sure they all survived together. In later years, Tamina has formed alliances with both Naomi and Nia Jax, honoring this family's connection. While Tamina has looked to create her own name in the industry, she has never missed a chance to acknowledge her place in this family either. Trained by Afa and Sika, the wild Samoans, Tamina was instilled with the same instincts that have carried each member of this family to wrestling glory. Her in-ring approach is similar to many in the bloodline. Quick striking, high-impact attacks, and smothering holds. As capable with a super kick or a big splash as anyone else, Tamina has maintained a remarkable level of success in her WWE career. A constant contender, Tamina has competed for the Women's Championship on many occasions. She's also held the Women's Tag Team Championships along with 9 separate reigns as the 24/7 champion. Tamina has proven capable in any environment against any opponent. Tamina is always the perfect test for a rising contender. Defeating Tamina proves that you're at the top of your game, and she will always expose those who aren't quite ready yet. Taking her lightly is the easiest way to book your visit to the local medical facility. Tamina has taken part in many memorable moments, but in the 2K25 showcase, we're going to give you the chance to make history. In the first ever women's Money in the Bank match, Carmella, of all people, would walk out victorious after letting someone else do all the work. Tamina, Becky Lynch, Natalya, and Charlotte Flair were all robbed of a great opportunity that night by Carmella. So this is your chance to make it right. Showcase Tamina's grit and take out the other 4 ladies in this ladder match to become the first ever winner of the Women's Money in the Bank. Carmella might still sneak out with the win, but if she does, she's doing it on her own because we're not allowing anyone else at ringside for this match in our showcase.
Charlotte, Becky Lynch, Tamina, Carmella, Natalya, all with a chance to make history. All with the opportunity to be called the first ever Miss Money in the Bank.
The revolution that became an evolution only continues in the women's division. One of these women will climb the ladder and earn the opportunity of a lifetime.
A contract that can change lives hanging above the ring. Probably the most profitable opportunity in our sport. 15 out of 17 superstars have successfully cashed in the Money in the Bank contract.
A surprise cash-in has only failed once, and the other failed cash-in was alerted to a week in advance. You are almost certain to become the next SmackDown Women's Champion if you grab the contract tonight.
Remember, the first woman to climb the ladder and retrieve the briefcase will become the first ever Miss Money in the Bank. No pass, no disqualifications in this match.
Everybody is coming in with a different strategy, but remaining close is the key. Rock is going to play hard, but you'll increase your odds if you stay close to a ladder and close to the briefcase.
That was a vicious display. You can almost see the disdain in their eyes.
And looking at the playing field, the majority of these women will be utilized for submission offense to put opponents away.
Tapping someone out won't win this match, but these women should not shy away from using the biggest weapons in their arsenal.
We heard Becky say she was going to rip arms off tonight. You can't exactly climb a ladder with no arms.
Prime example of working smarter, not harder. That's what I say.
Toss to ringside.
Going down, punches and counters out.
Jarring back elbow.
And Tamina's confidence must be low after that attack. And she reversed it. Is there anyone more intimidating in this group than Tamina?
I've said it before. It could be a coming out party.
From the top.
Big time clothesline.
Good grief. She's looking a little drained now.
Yeah, Tamina displaying a high level of aggression.
Tamina landing heavy offense on Charlotte.
Charlotte thought tonight would be an ascension to her throne. Tamina's here to ruin that dream.
Brilliant. Right to the back of the knee. The tried and true method to taking anyone down.
A leg drop bulldog.
Oh! No safe haven in this match. These ladders can be your best friend or your worst enemy. There's no allies in this match. It's everyone for herself.
There is no room for friends when history's being made. Not when you can go down in the record books as the first Miss Money in the Bank.
Panel suplex.
Opponents all wrapped up in beautiful fireman's carry takedown.
And now positioning the ladder on the turnbuckles.
That just made that corner even more dangerous territory.
You have to question what kind of mental intent is behind a powerbomb with that much force. Second-generation superstars competing in this match. Carmella, Charlotte, and Tamina. And Natalya, of course, a third-generation superstar. Women bred for these kind of moments.
Any of these women will add a significant chapter to her legacy if she can become the first Miss Money in the Bank.
Tamina, she's thinking big. She's leaning the ladder in the corner. I've never seen anything good come out of this.
Leaning on the turnbuckle here. Money in the Bank briefcase still hanging high. This is what it's all about. The opportunity of a lifetime.
What are you willing to do? How much can you sacrifice to be the first Miss Money in the Bank?
Up the ladder now. Let's see if this is right for the picking. Tamina not caring that Becky's a fan favorite. The crowd's acclamation is meaningless. All that matters is the contract suspended above the ring.
Tamina's been showing so much dominance in this match.
And she re-enters the ring.
Every strike more devastating than the last. Double underhook applied.
Butterfly suplex. She's starting to struggle here.
Yeah, the effects of this ladder. Nasty chop delivered by Charlotte.
And let's fall victim to some big impact there.
Yeah, Cole, taking this much damage now seriously impacts your speed up the ladder.
next move here.
Nice reversal by Charlotte Flair.
Charlotte driving Tamina, and both tumble to the floor.
Both women crashing down hard. The Queen, Charlotte Flair, the first to her feet, surveying the situation.
Oh, my. Climbing Tamina into the steps.
Well, you are seeing a heightened level of aggression, heightened level of intensity from all these competitors because of the stakes involved.
Guys, where's Charlotte going?
Flair looking to up the ante now from the top.
Oh, my goodness, taking out everybody.
The Queen rising to the occasion.
What you just saw is why we say Charlotte is genetically superior.
Yeah, undeniable athleticism from the Queen. Can it pave her way to the top of the ladder?
With action spilling in our direction. Her endurance is really being tested now.
This deep into a ladder match, the last thing you want is to start. Oh, no! Oh, man, took that crucial leap of faith, and no one was there.
And she's coming back to the ring now.
Right to the gut. Tamina's absolutely wrecking shop on Natalya, making sure the veteran won't have the strength to climb the ladder at all. And come.
This new generation of female superstars are providing yet another milestone moment here. Tamina, Charlotte, Carmella, Natalya, and Becky Lynch can climb the ladder and retrieve the briefcase. Become the first ever Miss Money in the Bank.
Elbow drop! Piercing.
Remember, the first woman to climb the ladder and retrieve the briefcase will become the first ever Miss Money in the Bank. No countouts, no disqualifications in this match.
Everybody is coming in with a different strategy, but remaining close is the key. Luck is going to play a part, but you'll increase your odds if you stay close to a ladder and close to the briefcase.
Unloading! Putting the boots to an opponent will take the fight out of them in a hurry. Tamina not caring that Becky's a fan favorite. The crowd's adulation is meaningless. All that matters is the contract suspended above the ring.
Tamina's been showing so much dominance in this match.
The contract that can change lives hanging above the ring. Probably the most profitable opportunity in our sport. 15 out of 17 superstars have successfully cashed in the Money in the Bank contract.
A surprise cash-in has only failed once, and the other failed cash-in was alerted to a week in advance. You are almost certain to become the next SmackDown Women's Champion if you grab the contract tonight.
Carmella perhaps realizing there that she's not as untouchable as she claims. Tamina ready to have the offense on Charlotte.
Charlotte thought tonight would be an ascension to her throne. Tamina's here to ruin that dream. Ooh.
Straight impact on the throat. What the leg? Is there anyone more intimidating in this group than Tamina?
I've said it before. It could be a coming out party for Tamina. This is her time to live up to her family's legacy.
If Tamina wins the contract, it guarantees her first title opportunity in over 2 years.
More than an opportunity, it pretty much guarantees Tamina will become the next women's champion.
Drop. Headed up that ladder. Center of the ring.
Gonna try and unhook it now.
Victory is literally within reach.
Hands must be shaking up there, making it difficult to capture glory.
Needs to move quick here.
This might be her chance. Flair throwing hard to the outside.
Side Russian leg sweep, takedown, and these will keep you down.
And looking at the playing field, the majority of these women love to utilize their submission offense to put opponents away.
Tapping someone out won't win this match, but these women should not shy away from using the biggest weapons in their arsenal.
We've heard Becky say she was going to rip arm from the top.
Oh, God, right to the cranium.
All of that, just taking flight and soaring through the sky.
set right in the middle of the ring. Starts to climb, but needs to move quickly. Working on the hook here.
The crowd is going absolutely crazy right now. They know this could be it. The powerbomb not meant to be pretty, but oh man, does it get the job done.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they don't want to be taking any more of those.
What you just saw is why we say Charlotte is genetically superior.
And undeniable athleticism from the Queen. Can it pave her way to the top of the ladder?
3 second-generation superstars competing in this match. Carmella, Charlotte, and Tamina. And Natalya, of course, a third-generation superstar. Women grow for these kind of moments.
Any of these women will add a significant chapter to her legacy if she can become the first Miss Money in the Bank.
Charlotte, Becky Lynch, Tamina, Carmella, Natalya, all with a chance to make history. All with the opportunity to be called the first ever Miss Money in the Bank.
The revolution that became an evolution only continues in the women's and from the top.
And meanwhile, Tamina, diving double axe handle.
Big hammer connects.
And looking at the playing field, the majority of these women love to utilize their submission offense to put opponents away.
Tapping someone out won't win this match, but these women should not shy away from using the biggest weapons in their arsenal.
We've heard Becky say she was going to rip arms off tonight. You can't exactly climb a ladder with no arms.
Such a dangerous setting for all these superstars. Ladders are everywhere. Each competitor is only limited by their imagination.
Your head has to be on a constant swivel. Ladders will be used as weapons. Anything can happen to get that briefcase.
Launched right out of the ring. And brings the ladder to the middle of the ring.
Perfect setup, Cole, but the job's only half done.
No safe haven in this match. These ladders can be your best friend or your worst enemy. There's no allies in this match. It's everyone for herself.
There is no room for friends when history's being made. Not when you can go down in the record books as the first Miss Money in the Bank. Ooh. Oh, God. And she heads out to the floor.
Obviously was in need of a breather.
That's going to stay.
My goodness, did you hear that shot? Second-generation superstars competing in this match. Carmella, Charlotte, and Tamina. And Natalya, of course, a third-generation superstar. Women grow for these kind of moments.
Any of these women will add a significant chapter to her legacy if she can become the first Miss Money in the Bank. Here we go! Exploder suplex!
Incoming! Elbow connects.
And Charlotte was put in check there.
If this keeps up, climbing that ladder is going to be very difficult.
Big right hand.
Escapes out of that attack.
Side slam. The contract that can change lives hanging above the ring. Probably the most profitable opportunity in our sport. 15 out of 17 superstars have successfully cashed in the Money in the Bank contract.
A surprise cash-in has only failed once, and the other failed cash-in was awarded to a week in advance. You are almost certain to become the next SmackDown Women's Champion if you grab the contract tonight. In the corner, has to find a way out of there.
Climbing up, but is there enough time to go for the win? Trying to reach it, trying to win.
It's going to take some time, but you got to just keep going. She continues to fight off her opponent.
Oh, my God. Is there anyone more intimidating in this group than Tamina?
I've said it before. It could be a coming out party for Tamina. This is her time to live up to her family's legacy.
If Tamina wins the contract, it guarantees her first title opportunity in over 2 years.
More than an opportunity, it pretty much guarantees Tamina will become the next women's champion. Watch it.
Elbow drop.
is still...
Oh, no. Now possibly setting up for a submission maneuver.
Oh, here it is, the abdominal stretch.
She's fighting desperately. Hip tosses her way out of the hole.
It's like setting up for a suplex.
Going to finish things off.
Goodness gracious, destruction everywhere.
What a display of strength here.
Tamina looking highly motivated right now.
Scaling the turnbuckle here.
From the top.
Sent into the stairs. That'll stop anybody.
She's getting back to the ring under the ropes. Things are looking a little rocky for her.
Yeah, but when ladders are part of the match, you really can't expect anything else.
She's pumping herself up, reaching out for that burst of energy.
Stepping out of the ring here.
And there's a takedown.
She's setting the ladder up dead center.
Her eyes are on the prize now.
Boom, gets blasted into the steel steps. I'm all for getting in the head of your opponent, but there's a point where she has to lock up. Under the ropes and back into the ring.
Makes it incredibly difficult to walk.
And the lock applied by Becky Lynch into the reverse DDT.
Jumping suplex released. She's bringing the fight outside.
What you just saw is why we say Charlotte is genetically superior.
Yeah, undeniable.
Tamina has something in mind. Big splash.
Tamina wipes out an opponent, but can she seize the opportunity and grab the briefcase?
She gets bounced into the corner.
Waistlock applied and...
Angle German.